So since angle ACB is 90 degree, I can say that the gradient of AC multiplied by gradient of BC is going to be equal to -1. The product of the two perpendicular lines is equal to -1. Okay. So how am I supposed to find the gradient of A and C? Do you remember the formula for finding the gradient of A and C?
Yeah, it was 1 second. Yeah, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1.
So y2 in this case is going to be k plus 2 minus y1, that is going to be 2,
Okay.
divided by x2, which is k, minus x1, which is minus 4.
Okay.
Then times gradient of BC, so k plus 2 minus minus 5 divided by k minus 5 equals to -1. Now, if you simplify this equation, you are going to get k divided by k plus 4 times k plus 7 divided by k minus 5, and the outcome is going to be equal to -1. So I have
Okay.
an equation in terms of k. Can you solve this for me, please?
Yeah.
It's going to be a quadratic equation, so it's okay if you get two values.
Okay.
The question also say find the possible values. So there are chances of more than one value of k.
Okay. Yeah, it's 2 and minus 5.
2 and minus 5.
Yeah.
So what we have discussed so far is that if the points are collinear, then the gradient is going to be same. You
Yeah.
are going to treat them as parallel lines, and if the parallel lines are the same gradient, and if the lines are perpendicular to each other, then the gradient would be equal to, the product of the gradient is going to be equal to -1.
Yeah.
Okay, now we are moving on to finding the equation of a line. Equation of a line. So a line equation is in the form of y equals to mx plus c. Okay, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept.
Okay.
C is the y-intercept. So for example, if you have an equation of y equals to 3x plus 5, you're going to say that plus 5 is the y-intercept and it has a positive gradient of 3. Now, if the equation was 2y equals to 6x plus 10, what is going to be the y-intercept?
So the y-intercept would be 5 then.
It is still going to be 5 because we are going to make y the subject every time and then figure out the uh, y-intercept. So 10 over 2, 5. That's correct. The way, other form, other way of writing the equation of a line is y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. So if I know that a gradient of a line AB is 3 and it passes through a point 1 comma 2, what is going to be the equation of a line? So I can easily find, without finding the y-intercept, I can use this form to find the equation of a line. And how do I use this form? Y minus y1. So y1 is 2, m is 3, x minus x1 is 1. So you rearrange this equation now, and you're going to get 3x minus 3 plus 2, that is 3x minus 1.
Okay.
Okay? So find the equation of a straight line, part A, with gradient 2 and passing through the point 4 comma 7, and part B is passing through the points minus 5 comma 8 and 1 comma negative 4. So the idea is very simple. In the first part, you have been given the gradient and you have been given the point where the line is passing through. So using the gradient and the point, you can just use any of the form that you are comfortable with. I would suggest use this form, and you can get the equation of a line. So what is going to be the equation of my line for the first part? Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. 2x minus 8. So y is going to be 2x minus 8 plus 7. Y equals to 2x minus 1. Okay?
Yeah.
But for the second part, you have just been given the 2 points where the line is passing. So the first thing that we are going to do is calculate the gradient. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that is going to be minus 12 over 6. That is negative 2. And then you can use this form again, y minus y1. Now it's up to you. You can use any point, okay? Y minus y1. I'm using the second point is equal to m x minus x1. Y plus 4 equals to negative 2x plus 2. Y equals to negative 2x minus 2.
Okay.
So that's the equation. Done till here?
Yeah.
Alright. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line joining any 2 points. Let's say A is 3 2 and B is 7 comma 10. So I need to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector this time. So
Okay.
first of all, what you are going to do is you are going to find the gradient of the line AB.
Yeah.
You have the coordinates of A and B. Give me
Yeah.
the gradient of AB.
Okay. It's 2.
The gradient comes out to be 2. So the gradient of the perpendicular line is going to be negative 1 over 2, right?
Yeah.
Now it's a perpendicular bisector. There's a difference between just a perpendicular line and a perpendicular bisector. See, The line that I just drew is a perpendicular line. Okay, a line can have many perpendicular lines. A line segment can have many perpendicular lines, but there is only one line that is going to be called the perpendicular bisector, and that line must pass through the midpoint. Okay, so if I want to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector, I need the gradient of the perpendicular bisector, which I just found,
Yeah.
and I need the point where the line passes through.
Yeah.
So in this case, the perpendicular bisector is going to pass through the midpoint of A and B. So I'm
Yeah.
going to find the midpoint of A and B. So
Okay.
midpoint is going to be, you take the x coordinate of A and you take the x coordinate of B, you divide it by 2. And you do the same thing with the y coordinates as well.
Okay.
10 over 2, 5, 12 over 2, 6. Now I have a point, I have the gradient, I can just use the equation form y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. So 2y minus 12 equals to minus x plus 5, 2y plus x equals to 17. It's better to write all the x and y is positive. It's just a better way. Your examiner won't be deducting marks for this. Okay. So
Okay.
2y plus x is equal to 17. That's your answer for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, please try this.
Okay. Sir, I'm a bit confused on this one.
Which particular part?
The first part.
Okay. The perpendicular bisector of a line joining A and B intersects the x-axis at P and the y-axis at Q. You are being asked to find the coordinates of P and Q. So the first thing that you are going to do is, first of all, you are going to find the gradient of AB and then try to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector.
Okay.
Okay. So gradient of AB is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So minus 2 over 3. So the gradient of
Yeah.
the perpendicular bisector is going to be 3 upon 2. Now, it's a perpendicular bisector, so it must pass through the midpoint. So midpoint of AB is going to be minus 1 plus 2 upon 2. Hello?
Yeah, sir.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Can you
Oh,
see the screen now?
yeah, I can see it.
Now, we first find the gradient of AB and then we found the gradient of the perpendicular bisector of AB and then
Yeah.
we found the midpoint of AB.
Yeah.
Using the gradient and the midpoint, I can find the equation
Yeah.
of perpendicular bisector. That is going to be y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1, right?
Yeah.
ठीक है?
Yeah.
So I'm getting this equation of the perpendicular bisector. What are you getting?
I'm getting the same one.
Same. Okay. Now we need to find the coordinates of P and Q where P is on the x-axis and Q is on the y-axis. So
Yeah.
if P lies on the x-axis, would you agree that the y-coordinate of that point is going to be 0?
Yeah.
So for P, y-coordinate is going to be 0 and x-coordinate is going to be minus 9 upon 6, which is
Oh,
minus 3 over 2. Yeah.
yeah.
And for Q, Q lies on the y-axis, so x-coordinate is going to be 0. So y comes out to be 9 upon 4.
Okay.
So P coordinates are minus 3 upon 2 comma 0 and Q coordinates are 0 comma 9 upon 4.
Okay.
Alright, so we have the coordinates of P and Q. Now can we find the length of P and of Q?
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to find the length of P and of Q?
You use that formula of under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. It's coming to 2.704. Yeah.
Okay, so in exact form, that is going to be the answer.
Okay.
Now find the area of the triangle OPQ where O is the origin. See, point P lies on the x-axis and minus 3 over 2 comma 0. And Q
Also,
lies on the y-axis, that is 0 comma 9 upon 4.
yeah.
And this was the origin. So they want to find this area. And it's a right angle triangle because of the origin.
Yeah.
So this distance is going to be 9 upon 4, right?
Yeah.
And this distance is going to be 3 upon 2.
Yeah.
So now the area is going to be half times base, which is 3 over 2, times height, which is 9 upon 4.
It's 27 upon 16, which is 1.68.
Yeah. So line 1 has the equation of 3x plus 2y equals to 12. There's line 2 that has the equation of y equals to 2x minus 1. And L1 and L2 line intersect at point A.
Okay.
So the first part says find the coordinates of A. And the second part says find the equation of the line joining, sorry, find the equation of the line through A which is perpendicular to the line L1.
Okay.
That's the question. Okay?
Okay.
So you're trying on your own, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the first part 2 comma 3?
You have solved it in calculator, right?
Sorry?
Have you solved the answer in the calculator?
No, I did it like on paper.
Okay. Let me check through the calculator. So if I rearrange this, y minus 2x equals to negative 1, 2y plus 3x equals to 12. Yeah, 2 comma 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it y equals to 2x plus 5 upon 3?
Are we getting 2 comma 3 or 3 comma 2?
I was saying 2 comma 3.
2 comma 3. So
Yeah.
just give me a minute. Let me check
Okay.
this first answer again. Yeah, 2 comma 3. Okay, so what about this next part?
Yeah, I'm getting y equals to 2x plus 5 upon 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Question number 8.
Is the first part 5 comma 6?
Yes.
Okay. Is k equals to 8?
Yes, K is equals to 8. Good.
Is the first one y equals to x minus 4 upon 2?
Y equals to
X minus 4 upon 2.
x minus 4 over 2. Well, the answer that I have with me right now for this part is y equals to minus 2x plus 13. So let me help you in this. The coordinates of a triangle ABC are given to us. P is the foot of the perpendicular from B to AC.
Yeah.
So that's point B and that's point B. The question says find the equation of BP, which is a perpendicular line. It's not a perpendicular bisector, but it's a perpendicular line.
Okay.
So B has a coordinate of 3, 7, A is 2 minus 1, and C is 14, 5. So first of all, I'm going to find the gradient of AC. That is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 1 upon 2. Therefore, the gradient of BP line, which is the perpendicular line, is going to be minus 2. And it passes through B. Okay.
Okay. Is part B going to be 8 comma 2?
Part D, the answer with me is 6, 1.
Okay.
So try it out, and if there is still any confusion, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you an hint. See,
Isn't
B
B the
is the
midpoint?
point, B is the point of intersection. No, it's not a midpoint.
Oh,
See, I told you that it's a perpendicular line. It's not a perpendicular bisector line. So what you are going to do is you are going to find the equation of BP. You have the equation of BP. Also, you're going to find the equation of AC. You're going to solve them simultaneously to get the point P.
okay. Sir, could you do this one? Because I'm still getting the wrong answer.
Part B.
Yeah, because I'm getting x has 10.
Sure. So first of all, you need to find the equation of AC.
Yeah.
Just a second, my Apple Pencil needs to get charged. So we solve these two equations simultaneously to get the coordinates of P. Did you get the same equation for AC?
No, no, I made a mistake. I accidentally took 14 and minus 5. I was supposed to take the value as minus 2 for x. So in that I messed it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now I'm getting the answer.
All right. Try the third part.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting the same answer.
For both the parts?
I'm doing D right now. Yeah, for both parts.
All right. Now we are going to learn finding the area using the shoestring formula. So sometime like we won't be always drawing marking the coordinates on the Cartesian plane and then deciding which figure is it, and is it a right angle triangle, is it a rectangle, is it a trapezium, and then calculating the length. It is going to be a so much tedious process. So in order to save time, we have a shoestring formula to find the area of the shape.
Okay.
Now that the formula for the shoestring formula is 1 over 2, then there is this bar sign, and within the bar you're going to write down the coordinates of the the coordinates. Okay, so if
Okay.
you have a five-sided figure, we call it a pentagon. If it's a three-sided figure, then it's a triangle, and so on. So with
Okay.
reference to this example, I'm going to write the first coordinate x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3, x4 y4, x5 y5, and I'm going to repeat the first coordinate again. That's how this formula works.
Okay.
And in order to solve this, you're going to multiply it diagonally, meaning x1 is going to be multiplied by y2, x3 is going to be multiplied by y3, x5 is going to be multiplied by y1, and all the product of these numbers is going to be added, meaning 1 upon 2 mod x1 y2 plus x3 y3 plus x5 y1, then minus the product of these terms,
Okay.
x2 y1 plus x4 y3 plus x1 y5, and whatever this answer comes, you're going to divide it by half. Now if the reason there is a mod sign is because the area is always going to be positive. So even if you get minus 30 for this difference, you're
Yeah.
going to take plus 30, and plus 30 divided by 2 is going to be half of 15.
Okay.
So now let's solve this. So area is going to be, I'm going to write down 0 minus 1, 5 1, 3 4. My, this is D and this is E. Okay? Minus 1 6, minus 3 2. And then I'm going to repeat the first one again. You're going to multiply diagonally first. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I forgot to multiply a few terms over here. Just a second.
Yeah.
So this is going to be x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y4 plus x4 y5 plus x5 y1. You don't have to remember this formula, okay? Minus x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x4 y3 plus x5 y4 plus x1 y5. So with reference to this question, 0 minus 1, 5 1, 3 4, minus 1 6, minus 3 2, and then we are going to repeat the first one again. So 0 times 1 is 0, 5 times 4 is 20, 6 times 3 is 18, minus 1 times 2 is negative 2, negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 4. Sorry, positive 3, minus the difference of the other diagonal. Minus 1 times 5 is minus 5 plus 3, negative 4 minus 18 plus 0. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So 20 plus 18 minus 2 plus 3 is going to be 39. Minus 5 plus 3 minus 4 minus 18 is going to be negative 24. So this will become plus 24. So 39 plus 4 is 63 over 2, which is going to be 31.5 unit square. That's how you're being able to find the area of the pentagon.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So in tomorrow's class, we are going to continue uh, questions based on shoestring formula. Okay. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.